Welcome to my channel, Autumn Leaves Christmas Trees. I am doing this video today because of the fact that I think that it would help another breastfeeding mother out there. A lot of the breastfeeding videos that I have noticed on YouTube mostly feature children under the age of 1, which we would call, infant breastfeeding. There are some extended breastfeeding videos. A lot of them are showing like older children, but not really addressing a lot of the issues that mothers or breastfeeding mothers have with the journey. Breastfeeding past the year is a little bit different, and on one hand you are beginning the weaning process when you introduce solids at 6 months. And the child becomes more aware of their surroundings, and in turn they begin to nurse or take in less breast milk. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that it ends overnight. It doesn't. Weaning can happen overnight, and it does happen overnight for some moms that choose to cut it off immediately. They pick a date and that's it. For some people it may take a week or a couple of days, kind of like some people sleep train their children. But for others like myself, I chose what we call gentle parenting. But last night we really hit a speed bump, which really became unexpected. Last night, I think she woke about 2 a.m. and she wanted to nurse. So we do co-sleep sometimes, and I allowed her to nurse. My child started crying for the first time during the nursing session. And it became more like frustration and anger on her part. And she kept switching from right to left, and I couldn't give her what she wanted. And it was a devastating feeling for me. And my husband, he just kept saying, keep trying. And I'm like, I'm not producing. Like, this is not a newborn. This is not an infant. And she just kept pulling and tugging, and she was crying. Like, tears were legitimately coming out of her eyes. She was screaming. She was frantic. She was panicking. She didn't expect it. And I didn't expect it. I don't know what happened. So, I went in the bathroom, I squeezed my nipple. A little bit of milk came out of the right, and it squirted out of left. I've always produced more on my left. But there's milk there, but I guess, I don't know if the letdown didn't happen. I no longer feel a letdown sensation. I don't know if I just had dried up. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I assume that, I assume that I'm not completely dried up. What I think happened is that it either wasn't coming down as fast as she is used to it coming down, or it wasn't the amount that she wanted or needed at that moment. And she became very frustrated. And when it comes to the whole gentle weaning process, I think I messed up because I don't think that she knew that I was weaning her. I don't think she understood what I was doing. I don't think she expected that my milk supply would go down as fast as it did. And I feel really, really bad. I'm just mentally not in a good state today. Kind of been dragging all day long, confiding in someone else. And I don't understand why I keep confiding in these people who don't know anything about breastfeeding or who didn't have a long breastfeeding journey, because sometimes people can just make you feel worse. But the person that I confided in basically was like, well, she's getting a big girl now, and she's already running around, and she can talk some, and she's running up to you, she's asking for it. So if she's that big, then you just need to go ahead on and wean her and just get her off the tit already, because she's just too much anyway, and it's just gone on too long anyway. And I'm just like, what? Like, is that really how we are? Like, is that really how our mothers and grandmothers taught us to be? Like, is breastfeeding really still in this day and age that much of a foreign thing, that people really think that once children can walk and talk a little bit, that the breast milk really has no use for them? Like, No, like breast milk changes its formula to match the need of the child, whether the child is a brand newborn, whether the child is premature, whether we're talking about a child that's sick, or whether it's a toddler or an older child, even up to the child being 3 or 4 years old. Your breast milk is so freaking amazing and fascinating. It never loses nutrients or what it needs to nourish your child. It's constantly changing and constantly evolving to fit the needs of your child. Breast milk is one of the most amazing things, especially human milk for human children, right? This breastfeeding journey has been a beautiful yet lonely experience, and kind of an alarming experience. I really didn't expect that there would be so much negativity and so much negative pressure to not continue with my own journey, but nevertheless I did push through. So today's just been a really down day for me. I don't know what to expect when I go in the house. I know my baby girl is there. We'll see. She may try to nurse. I don't know. But yes, last night was a horrible experience and I felt terrible. Did I stop pumping too soon? Like, is this something that I'm doing too fast for her? I mean, at this point it's probably too late to go back and try to start pumping once a day at work again. I just don't know. But we'll see where this goes. I mean, it could just be my hormones are up and down, like I discussed kind of in the previous video. Your hormones do go through a roller coaster ride when you begin the weaning process, and this weaning process is taking me months. But you all have a blessed evening. I gotta go inside to my family. Take care. Well, just wanted to come back and say that we're here now. She's nursing. She seems satisfied and she seems happy. Another thing that put a damper on my day today is because the daycare provider basically wants a letter from the doctor excusing her from drinking whole milk, because my child doesn't drink whole milk. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like whole milk. She doesn't like low fat milk. We tried goat milk. Now, I have not tried oat, pea, or almond. Maybe we can try almond milk. I'll probably try unsweetened almond milk. But basically their concern is where she's getting her calcium and vitamin D from. But she goes outside. She gets sunlight, and she also still takes her vitamin D supplements. And as far as calcium goes, breast milk does have calcium. And I mean, she still drinks my breast milk. We only have enough bags for maybe another week or two, frozen bags of milk. But I mean, right now she seems to be nursing and she seems to be content. It's about how is she getting vitamin D and how is she getting calcium. And then she told me this morning, I need to be able to tell the Department of Licensing, and I need to the food program. She says the food program people, what I'm feeding your baby. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. So I sent a message to our pediatrician, but I will update you all as we continue on in this journey about the nursing situation. I'll do a short on my freezer stash, so you guys can see how much I have left. But all right, take care and have a blessed evening.